live. Hey guys, Julie, look at you right there, and Dave and Sean, thank you for being here. It's awesome. You guys rock. Sitting there waiting for me. I really appreciate that. Lots of fun. So for those of you just coming in and new to my channel, I'm Kathy with Northstar Prepsteader, and I'm in West Central Minnesota. And I'm coming to you live from the fields. Well, I'm not in a field right now, but they're surrounding me. So how's everybody out there tonight? Sorry, to get a drink. You know, these these long days where I don't talk. Oh, sorry, where I don't talk to people very often. My voice is not getting used because I don't walk around the house, you know, talking to myself out loud. Typically, every once in a while there is. So my voice just doesn't get used. Hey, No Dough Acres, hello. You are slow pokey today, or the internet is? There you go. All right, Sean. Julie, you're right on top of it. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys, I made the 4,000 hours, and I've got enough subs, of course, to, I'm almost at 2,000 actually. I got about another 50 yesterday. It was just like, shoo! And so it was just great. But anyway, my application for monetization is in process, and it's going to take a while. It could probably take at least a month, maybe more. It depends. The YouTube is going with sites that are coming up that are specific to current events right now, and so those are taking precedent. So little sites like mine are being put on the back burner. So, well, hello, Cecilia. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's a name. Hey, Sunny Preps from Pittsburgh. How's it out there? We have Cecilia from Canada, Sean from Alaska, No Dough Acres. I'm trying to remember where you were from. I have my list. New Mexico. So Sean in New Mexico. Julie's out in California. Dave's in Ohio. We've got a good representation here. So thank you. Oh, see, Cecilia, it's all high. Okay, that's good. Hey, Christy, Garden for Cheap. Hello. Nathan is here. Oh, you got the whole evening ahead of you, Nathan. You do some troll stomping. That's awesome. Hey, Alicia. I don't know if you noticed, you're a different color tonight. You guys, mods, thank you so much. I really appreciate all that you do. And a lot of you are able to stay till the end, but Grammy Karen, I know that you have to leave at like 1:45 or something. And so, which is totally understandable. I know that you have to, but I don't get to necessarily thank you all the time, but I just want to thank you, all my mods, for what you guys do. I really appreciate that. Oh, okay. Double duty in it. That's fine. That's, you know, that's kind of a neat thing about the internet and the things that we have going on between our phone and our computers and stuff like that. We can carry on a few different conversations at once. Oh, Karen, thank you. Trolling. I like that. That's good. No, we don't want to put Nathan in the corner. He's got a good hammer there, that's for sure. So what are you guys all up to, and how's your weather going? How's the gardening going? planting, the harvesting, if you're already at that point. Hey, Paul. Hi. And we have Holland here across the pond. Woo-hoo. I'm taking a small break from laying weed fabric. You know, that it looks like it's an easy thing, but it really takes a while just to get it done well, get it done right. And it really, it can be exhausting. So I understand. We actually hit about 55 degrees today, and it's been mostly cloudy. It was sunny for a little bit, but tomorrow's supposed to be about the same, and then we get back down into the 30s, and it's going to be, every night it'll be below freezing, but the rest of the week is going to be like in the 30s and 40s for the highs. So winter's not letting go yet. It usually doesn't till the beginning of May, so it is April yet. But I tell you what, the weather, it just like teases us. You know, it's like there's this hint of green in the grass, and the sun is out and it feels good, and you can be out in t-shirts, and it's like, no, you can't get going on things. So it's your first day back at work. Oh my goodness, 2:30 in the morning. Oh, Sean, that is early. Ooh. Is it safe for you to go back to work? And what kind of measures are you taking to be safe? Oh, I bet no dough acres, Sean. That Sean. A lot of people are getting a lot done outside in the garden and everything. So, oh, Nathan pulling it up. Okay. Oh, that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Hey, Thrifty VG. Hi. Cecilia, you've been canning for 25 hours. Oh my goodness, what are you canning? Are you going through your freezer and looking for everything to do? Or are you canning up stuff that you purchased? Hey, Eli. Greetings to you. You wanted to work on the garden spot, but you ran out of steam. I hear you, Christy. I know. So, Paul, you keep some late hours there in Holland, that's for sure. You work in the grocery, you spent your time. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Do you still wear like gloves and a mask when you're working then, just because of the things that you're working with? So, oh, Julie, that's good. Speed mail or snail mail. So, Sean, I had to go in just to do our time cards and find out your new schedules. 1 week on, 3 weeks off till this is done. Okay. You're doing meat, pasta, carrots, and potatoes. Wow. I didn't know that you could can pasta. That's interesting. So, Dave, you've been shooting a video all day. Now it's time to relapse into a state of bliss. Well, we've got the Monday night lineup. You know, it's just like from now until for the next 4 hours, you've got live streams here. So it's a good night to just chill. So, no mask for you, gloves either. You wash your hands. Oh, okay. So do you feel safe enough being back at work then? Oh, Cecilia, that's what you're doing. Okay. Dry packing it. Got it. Okay. I'm picturing having the pasta in with the sauce and everything, and then you're canning it. Because I know that's something you can't do, but I see what you're doing. Excellent. Is that homemade pasta, or is it, are you buying it in the package and then cooking it up and then drying it? Be interested to know. Hey, Kiri, hello. Thanks for being here. So, Paul, you've been working too. Wow. Okay. So you don't have a whole lot really going on other than just doing stuff around the house, and Kiri, you're hungry. Oh, you guys, I need to get David Open Up Farm here. I don't know if he's going to come in or not. It's something I just finished, and it's the first time I've made these. I did video it, so it'll come up later this week. But you know that I cook paleo, which is grain-free and gluten-free and everything else like that. So I don't normally eat bread at all. Hey, Darroway Farm and Annalise, Natalie, hello. I'll get back to your question. If I forget, ask me again, okay? I got this recipe from one of my favorite authors and cooks, I guess you could say, who does paleo food. But these are cheddar cheese biscuits. And I made a dozen of them, and I can freeze them. And they smell so good. I'm sitting here, and it's like, oh my goodness. I think I could have cooked them just a little bit longer, maybe another 2 minutes or something. But oh, it's so good. It smells good. I haven't eaten yet, so it's eat biscuits. Oh, I haven't had a biscuit for 7 or 8 years at least. So I was like, oh, yeah, they smell so good too. But they're made with almond flour, coconut flour, arrowroot, cheddar cheese, of course, butter, salt, a little vinegar. So anyway, they're really good. I did taste one. Christy, those are a weakness of yours? Okay. So anyway, yes, I did do a video on that. So I did, Alicia. I did film it. So I'm going to hopefully get that up by Wednesday for sure. So, oh, it's just like, it smells so good. Yes, they do. And I really shouldn't have them in the room with me, but I wanted to show you guys. So anyway, one of the, oops, something fell here. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was dandelions. Now there's a link below, and I know this is kind of like the prep tip that I normally put at the end, but I'll mix it up here a little bit. Got to keep life interesting, right? Just mix it up. So anyway, there's if you want to put one of my mods wants to put the link that's below in the description for the dandelions. That is probably the best site that I've found that that has everything that you really need to find out about the dandelions. Like exactly, because you can eat the entire thing, or it's edible. The leaves, the blossoms, the roots. But this particular site gives everything that you would need for each part of the plant, which is kind of cool. Oops. Okay. So I'm just going to, sorry, I need to bring it up myself. So anyway, it talks about the health benefits of the roots, leaves, and flowers. It's Brigitte Mars. She's an herbalist, author, and natural food chef. She goes through like everything that, all the vitamins and the minerals, medicinal benefits, but then like what the root is for, like to treat abscess, acne, age spots, and she goes alphabetically. Alcoholism, allergies, arthritis, boils, chickenpox, cirrhosis, constipation, depression, dizziness, dyspepsia, eczema, headache, heartburn, gallstones, gout, and just measles, tuberculosis, just all kinds of things. It's and then the leaves. It's just amazing. It really is amazing what that dandelion can do. So, you know, I was thinking about it too, because, you know, a lot of the things that, hey, Connie. Oh, it's too long? I didn't think the link was that long. No, it should be fine. Okay, you guys got it done. All right, good. Hey, Rainbow 505. Hi. Yep, it's a liver cleanser too. Yes, and they're all over the place. Oh, that's good to know, Eli. I didn't know that. So when we have a plethora of dandelions in my yard, then then I know. So what is dandelion? Paul, if you click on that link and go to there, it'll show, I believe it shows a picture too of what dandelions look like. Yes. We consider them a weed, and typically people are spraying for them, trying to get them out of their yard and everything. But if you can take them and use them for your food, that would be excellent. So, Sean, you say you grow Italian dandelion for the greens. I didn't know there were different varieties. That's so cool. Hi, Caitlin. How are you doing? Narrowway Farm. Hello. But yeah, the dandelions. So I was thinking today, it's like, you don't want to collect the dandelions that are close to the roads because of, especially up here, with the salt and everything that goes down through the winter and all that. And especially if you're in an area where they're spraying your neighborhood or spraying along the roadways. So go to where you know that the dandelion would be safe to grow. And actually, when you want to let some of them go to seed. Now, when they go to seed, they become these white puff balls that will float off into the air and everything. And kids love to pick them and blow them. So watch the little seeds all fly off. Well, you pick them in there at that point and then save those seeds and then actually grow them in a garden space. And you actually have your own, like Noto Acres says, just to grow your own dandelions there. And I think that would be so cool. Yes, Cecilia, they're a diuretic too. Absolutely. Oh. Just trying to catch up on the chat here. Yeah, Paul, those things that we just end up throwing away, so save them to eat, and then actually, like I said, save the seeds and use those to plant it. Whether you can even just do it in a planter, and you can get 3 or 4 of them going, and they will keep producing blossoms. They'll keep producing leaves and greens. So depending on how many there are of you around, how much you need. But yeah, then you can dry them and especially the root, and then make teas out of them, all that kind of stuff. I've heard like the blossoms to actually like saute them in butter and garlic and stuff is like really good. Or you just throw those into a salad. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing what it'll do. So Gil, you have heavy rains. Oh. We've just been cloudy and gloomy here, but not getting any rain. Dave, hi. Guess what? I just did a video or just filmed stuff that I think Monique and you are gonna like. Oh, you smell so good here. But they're cheddar biscuits, and they're paleo, gluten-free, and it's goody. They smell so good here. It's almond flour, coconut flour, everything. It's like, oh, it's so great. So anyway, you guys, they smell really, really good. So Kier, you've got pecan trees growing in your raised bed garden. Oh, neat. Yeah, if you can transplant trees, that'd be awesome. That'd be excellent. So some other benefits of the dandelions. So they're usually coming up in the spring and in the fall. So right now is spring. There's a lot of places that are getting them. So certainly go around and collect them when you can. Hey, Lone here in Homestead. Cass Connie, yes. Wow, you've got a busy day going on. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Mari's Garden. Oh, Sean, I haven't eaten any. You know, it's like I'm being watched here, so I haven't eaten anything. Hi, Grandpa's Farm. Hello. Caitlin, you love to pick dandelions in the springtime, and you're excited for Easter. Only 3 days away. Oh, from tomorrow, yes. Yeah, Easter's coming. Absolutely. Yes, Dave. Eli was also saying that if we have a lot of dandelions, it's a good indicator of a healthy soil too. So yeah, so if you don't want to eat them, at least keep them, grind them up, spread them in your compost or something. Or so some of the other things that you can do, certainly eat them fresh. You can use them as a tea. You can dehydrate them. They're high in antioxidants. They boost your immune system. They can kill cancer cells. They fight inflammation. They're good for bone health. They lower blood pressure. They're good for healthy digestion, liver, diabetes, spleen and gallbladder issues, and diuretic. They're rich sources of vitamin A, C, D, E, beta carotene, potassium, calcium, copper, iron, manganese, zinc, and phosphorus. So it's like, yeah, if your garden needs phosphorus, you grind up a bunch of dandelions and put it in there. Ooh, dandelion wine. Uh-huh. Oh, they're good for the bees too. Awesome. So I missed a few of you guys here, so. Christy, so, all right. It tastes a bit like green tea. Oh, that's good to know. Because you're like, oh, dandelions are going to be all bitter and they're going to be, you know, all that kind of stuff. Then add some honey to it. Okay. Okay. Annalise, did you have a question again? If you want to come back to that, that would be great. So anyway, you guys, harvest dandelions as you can find them. You need to go in the woods or, you know, somewhere. Just be careful that they haven't been sprayed. Hey, Reed. Hello. Thanks for being here. Yes, Caitlin, I can at the end. Most certainly. So, okay. This week, I should be getting started to doing seeds. Starting my plants. Oh, so I'm going to, I don't know if right now, this is my Dan, just kind of, as a girl there, it's my paintings. I am actually going to turn this into my greenhouse area, kind of. I'm going to put my little mini greenhouse here. I'm going to set up my grow lights and all that kind of stuff in here. So I've got to clear this stuff out and bring the other stuff down. I'm going to set it up in here instead of in my living room where I had it last year. Then I can leave the lights on in here and it's not going to bother me when I'm working and everywhere else. So, oh, okay, good point, Cecilia. Pick them when they're young before they flower, otherwise it can be bitter. Okay. But then the flowers, are the flowers bitter then? Because we want to use that. Dandelion root coffee? Oh. Annalise, yes, I do start some seeds indoors. I start peppers, tomatoes. I have more herbs to do this year. I'm trying to remember what else I'm going to start. I think that's it at this point. There might be a few flowers. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably some marigolds and some things like that, borage. And so I've got to get that all started. But, so read your outside water in the garden. All right. Oh, thanks, Julie. Yeah, that one, the girl is actually, it's what we call a master study. It's a piece from a master painting. And it's William Bouguereau from the 1800s, and he did this big scene with that, and the girl is like part of the scene. So so when I was doing the painting, I had to take a part of that, and so I just did her and did the master study of it. So anyway, got to hang it up here. So those will have to come down when I start putting other things in here. So oh, thanks, Grandpa's Farm. Yeah, those birds are fun too. I have another one over here that's a peacock, and I have a bunch more upstairs. Upstairs is kind of like more my gallery, I guess you could say, in that way. I will do that, Annalise, absolutely. I did that last year, and I will continue on with that. So it's a little bitter with the flowers, but still okay. Do not use it after it seeds. Okay, it will be very bitter, but honey will help. Great tips, Cecilia. I appreciate that very much. So, Kira, you planted some lettuce in the mud yesterday. Oh, dear. Oh, you guys in the South, you're just getting deluged down there. So, let's still have all the biscuits here. I haven't eaten anything yet. All right. On the dandelions. Well, Eli, you know, if he gets sick and you give him dandelion stuff that cures him, he'll change his tune, right? I don't know. We've just been given so many things in nature to be able to help us with our health that we need to really get back to that and look at it. And it looks like a lot of you guys are doing it, and I think that's fantastic. So, all right. I have a question for everybody. You used to kill dandelions, now you don't. People think I'm weird when I pick them. Yeah, I know. I used to. I don't think I ever sprayed them. I never did spray. I have creeping Charlie or Charlie grass really bad, and so a few years I put some herbicide out, but it didn't. It went away for a while, but then because the neighbors didn't get rid of theirs and they kept mowing and blowing it back over here, it was a lost cause. So I just don't do anything anymore. Connie's got half to 2/3 of the front yard tilled and covered with wood chips. Oh my goodness, he has really been doing it there. You guys are gonna have a gorgeous garden there. What do your neighbors think of that? Because I notice you're like square in the middle of a subdivision there, and be interesting to find out, because I don't see like fences and gardens in other yards over there, so it'd be kind of fun to find out if you know what they are thinking about that. Nearly Farm, you have Bermuda grass, so you absolutely cannot stand. Oh, hey Anna, hello, thanks for coming. Oh, good, Connie, they like it. Do they expect food from it? We're all going to end up turning into like the little red hen. And Caitlin, if you don't know that story, have your mom tell you that one. But we're going to be, it's like, hey, you want to come over and help? Then you can have some food. All right. So kind of our main topic tonight, I wanted to find out what you guys, you know, we've had a lot of conversation about how community is, the face of it is changing and different things like that. And, oh, that's good, Connie. I just wanted to hear from you. And I have a few questions here. It's like, what does it look like to you in the transforming in the community that, sorry, this got kind of wiggled off here. You know, and it's like, what would you like it to look like? What can we do as a homesteading community to make that happen too? Do we all want it to go back to what it was before all of this, before we were all shut in and isolated and everybody's doing more family stuff and things. Do we want to go back to it? A lot of people are expecting it to, but do you want it to? Then I guess the final question would be like, where do you think it's going? So I know kind of some deep questions here, but and you don't have to answer right away, but they might just be rhetorical too, in the way of just, making us think. But just wanted to kind of put that out there. But in that vein, I tell you guys, I was researched a bunch of things. Oh, I'm sorry, Mims. Hey, Gil. Hey, Kathy. How are you doing? Living Miracle Homestead. Thank you for coming. So everybody will evolve into a new reality. People will, or society will. I want to kind of focus on community in this way. So it hasn't changed much for you. You're still working. You're still home most of the time. Cecilia, it's going to be a long time before it goes back to what it was. That's true. That is a big question. Who wants to go back? And we're meant to go forward. If, and all change needs to go forward, and it needs to be, we can't stay stagnant. We can't stay the same. Otherwise, that's when, even like a town, it either grows or it dies. You just can't stay the same. Sunny Preps, you have plans and questions. Ooh, okay. I would love to hear. Still go to town once a week or every other week. Dave, we will all have less faith in our society being able to function on a national. Oh, okay. So hopefully people will be more self-reliant. That's a good point. Homesteading as a passion has not changed much. I'm getting a little behind here, sorry. Yes, Caitlin, you can send mail to me. Absolutely. Hi, Going Green Mom. Oh, that's fun. End up talking about gardens. Sean, I'd rather see people with the realization of how well we can take care of ourselves, look to us for help and training, so that they can start doing more for themselves. That's absolutely true. Did I miss something here? Okay. You'll surprise me. Okay, that's awesome. Sean, back to what it was before. I think people will do it on their own. I think maybe 99% will return to the way they were, and 1% will learn to plan more for the future. Julie, your hope is that everyone will start to learn to grow food and preserve it. Yeah. The weird club is where it's at. Normal is boring. You're right. Normal is boring. It is. Dave, you have only one thing for all to find Jesus. That's a good thing too. Yes. Kathy, you enjoy the quiet now. Life flies by too fast. It really does. It really does. So Dave, what did you say? Did I read it? Oh, yep. Okay. You guys, thanks. I really appreciate your input in there. In my, I do a lot of research and stuff. You guys know that. But I came across, and I don't know if anybody has ever heard of this. Have you ever heard of the Rockabillys? Rockabillys, not these. Rockabilly. That term actually came out when Elvis Presley first came out, because the music genre he was doing, they couldn't figure out where to fit him in it, because he was rock and roll, he was a hillbilly, all these other kind of things. And so anyway, it became kind of a music genre. It also became a lifestyle. And since then, since the 50s, there has been a movement out there that I didn't even know, I didn't hear about, but they're called the Rockabillys. And I did put some links down below. You can find a lot on rockabilly.life. And anyway, there's people that not only are living like the 50s society type of lifestyle with, respect and different things like that. They're also like decorating their houses like that. They're driving 50s cars. They're, wearing clothing from the 50s, all that kind of stuff. So, Noto Acres, you knew about Rockabilly. Okay, and Dave, you did too. Awesome. Hi, Southern Ohio Prepping. Thanks, Sean, you know it well? I hadn't even heard of it before. That's pretty amazing, you guys. Are pretty neat. It's wild. So anyway, the Rockabilly life. It's like, and it's a community. I don't know if it's all over the world. I think it is, but it's definitely across the United States. And it's not like one particular, like a whole subdivision of 50s people or Rockabillys or anything like that. But they find each other just kind of like we are in the homestead community. They find one another, and they're working right out in regular jobs and everything. But they want the lifestyle. It says that in the 50s, homes were smaller, cars larger, attire more formal, and the range of consumer products far narrower. A sense of order prevailed. Neighbors watched out for everyone's kids. We left our homes and cars unlocked. Kids behaved in school or were expelled. Do you hear that anymore? Most of us towed the line because we knew that our parents would take the teacher's side. Teachers were respected and principals feared. People accepted responsibility for their actions. People dressed up more often and were generally more polite. They used less profanity in public. I like this. Movies depended on good acting instead of special effects to tell engaging stories. Depictions of intimacy and violence left the details to one's imagination. They didn't show it. If you hurt yourself doing something careless, you never thought of suing the company that made the thing with which you hurt yourself. Says most of us went to Sunday school or synagogue every weekend, learning right from wrong, and that we were accountable to a higher power. So anyway, if you think of like Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley and Rin Tin Tin and the Lone Ranger and all that kind of stuff. So those are kind of the times and the eras of doing that. So anyway, I've got to get back to the chat here. Are you guys? Okay, what do we have here? Hi, Sugar Creek Homestead. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate that. You met and had fun with many of them at tattoo shows. Oh, that's cool. Here you saw a video a few weeks ago, a Manhattan apartment tour. The guy had no pans, nothing in his kitchen for preparing food. He had 100% of his meals out. The video was 2 years old. It's I'm too young. Oh, I'm older than you, Dave. So you're most familiar with the music. Health risks aside, this is long-term impact on the economy. Absolutely. Absolutely right, Eli. Good acting instead of, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's a lifestyle out there. So they have in my links down there. There's actually a Rockabilly's bar. It's in Colorado, in Arvada, Colorado, and they have food, bar, car shows, all kinds of stuff. So they do that. Now, the Rockabilly actually focuses on not only Elvis Presley, but Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and all that kind of stuff. And you can Google it. Wikipedia's got a good explanation of everything. They have a rockabillydate.com, so you can actually, there's like a dating site if you only want to find someone who does the 50s too. So it's kind of fun. So Cecilia, there's going to be a lot more people that are going to have some type of homesteading and prepping being done. I think you're right. Dave, no. Walton's, yes. Walton's was very good TV, absolutely. And Bonanza. Oh, your mama was an Elvis person. Yep. I know things won't be like that, but it's kind of nice to at least bring, to try to get the values back and the morality back in our society. We've really gone down the drain. But so anyway, Tom T. Hall is good music. YouTube has a lot of the older movies. Yeah. And actually ABC has one of their channels. It's Me TV. And so it's like all, and if I watch TV, that's the only thing I see. It's all Hogan's Heroes, MASH, you know, all the shows like that. So stuff I like to have. So it's really good. All right, who's up for a Sven and Oli story or joke? Oh, see what we have in the chat here. The Waltons is on every day in Vision TV in Canada. Awesome. The Brian Setzer Orchestra. Oh, cool. Yeah, Elvis had an incredible voice. He really did. Rat rods? I have not heard that term. Oh, yeah. Big cars, big motors, just everything. So, you love Sven and Ollie? Oh, good. Okay. Well, Eli, I'll have to find out how old that is at some point here. You met the entire crew from Little House? It was filmed where you grew up. Michael, oh, sweet. Oh, how fun. Yeah, that was another really good series. And I think a lot of those, if you can't get them on a regular TV channel, I think some of the, I don't know if Netflix has those series or not, but the Rat Pack old TV show. All right, Sven and Oli. What do we have here? Okay, Oli was married to Lena. So Oli and Lena had Mr. and Mrs. Thorvald over for lutefisk. Now remember we talked about lutefisk last week. The rotten fish. I mean, it rots in lye for 2 weeks, and then you boil it and serve it with sauce, butter, and pepper. It's just like how they can do that. I mean, anyway, okay. Oli and Lena had Mr. and Mrs. Thorvald over for lutefisk. Lena knew that Mr. Thorvald liked his lutefisk with lots of melted butter and black pepper. So after the company had gone home, Lena made a terrible discovery. She had served, sorry, I'm just laughing. She had served Mr. Thorvald gunpowder instead of black pepper. Well, it was too late to call or go over, so Lena lay awake all night worrying. Early the next morning, she called the Thorvalds. "Oh, Mr. Thorvald," said Lena, "I've done a terrible thing. Last night I served you gunpowder instead of black pepper with the lutefisk." "Oh, thank God," said Mr. Thorvald. "That explains it all." "Explains what?" asked Lena. "Well, when we got home, I bent over to untie my shoe and I shot the cat." I'm sorry, it was just too funny. Okay, Alicia, you have the Waltons, the little house on the prairie. That's good. Oh, bye, Norway Farm. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Grammy Karen, I know you're probably having to leave too. So, oh, shot the cat. Okay. Sven and Oli go fishing. It's such a great day. They rent a boat so that they can fish from the middle of the lake. They row out, drop their lines, and before you know it, they're catching fish, one after another. They can't believe what a great fishing spot they found. Sven says, "This is the best fishing spot in the county. It's just too bad we didn't bring some paint." Oli asks, "Paint? Why would you want paint to go fishing?" "Well, Oli, don't you see? So we can paint the X in the bottom of the boat, so we can find this spot next time." Oli laughs at him. "Sven, don't be such a dummy. Next time, what if they give us a different boat?" Oh, Dave, that would have been really bad. Hi, Gail. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, chili with the gunpowder, that would have been really bad. They shot the cat. Okay, let's see what else I have. Oh, so Cecilia, just remember that next time you bend over and the cat's behind you or somewhere around, just like watch out. Make sure you don't eat gunpowder. Eli, you're so right. Are you disagreeing with me? Because I do agree with you. Do I know the Sven joke with them as carpenters and the nails? Yes, I told that actually last week, Dave. Do you guys need to hear it again? I mean, I can do it again if you want. Otherwise, I have another one. Hey, Shayla, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Sven was out shopping in the mall when he met his friend Oli outside the jewelry store. Oli noticed that Sven had a small gift wrap box in his hand. "What have you just purchased, Sven?" Oli asked. "Well, now that you asked," replies Sven, "it's Malina's birthday tomorrow. And when I asked her this morning what she wanted for her birthday, Lena said, 'Oh, I don't know, dear. Just give me something with lots of diamonds.'" "So what did you get her?" Oli asks. Sven smirks and says, "I bought her a deck of cards." Oh, Gail, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one too. Oh, Caitlin, I'm glad you like that one. So, all right, I will do the nails one again. Sven and Oli are up fixing the roof. Sven picks up a nail, looks at it, throws it away. He picks up the next one, looks at it, hammers it into the roof. The next one he hammers into the roof. And the next one he throws it away. Oli says, "Sven, why do you throw away half the nails?" Sven asks, or Sven says, "Oli, don't you see? They have the point on the wrong end." Oli says, "Sven, don't be such a dummy. Those are for the other side of the roof." So I know a lot of you heard that last week, but saltpeter is a part of gunpowder. It's been used to fed to prisoners. Wow. Wouldn't want to be eating gunpowder, that's for sure. Sunny, perhaps your plans are you're moving of your relocation to Homestead. Oh, Wow. That's awesome. No worries, Shayla. No worries. So, all right. Let me see what I didn't cover last time. Oh, this is a good one. Ollie and Lars. Lars is another friend. Ollie and Lars go ice fishing. Ollie pulls out his new thermos, and Lars says to him, Ollie, what you got there? Ollie says, well, Lars, this here's a thermos. It keeps hot things hot, and it keeps cold things cold. After a while, Lars gets curious and says, well, Ollie, what you got in that there thermos? Ollie says, well, Lars, I got a popsicle and 2 cups of coffee. Oh, yes. Poor Ollie and Lars. You sure Sven and Ollie are... Well, they're Scandinavian. They're Scandinavian, either Swedish or Norwegian, so they're most likely blonde. Yes, Sean. It's just because it's such a huge population here in Minnesota. It is kind of our way of. It's just like it's our jokes here, and it's a cultural thing, and so it's all done in good fun and not disparaging anybody who's from Norway or Sweden in any way. So just a lot of really good. Oh, all right, Gail, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. Sven and Ole. Ole is O-L-E, if anybody needs to know. If you guys weren't here last week, go back and listen to my live again because I did a lot of stories then. All right, a boy from Duluth, Minnesota, named Lars, had heard stories of an amazing family tradition. It seems that his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather had all on their 21st birthdays been able to walk on water to the boat club across the lake for their first legal drink. Excuse me. So when Lars' 21st came around, he and his pal Sven took a boat out to the middle of the lake. Lars stepped out of the boat and nearly drowned. Sven managed to pull him to safety. Furious and confused, Lars went to see his grandmother. Grandma, he asked, it's my 21st birthday, so why can't I walk across the lake like my father, and his father before him? Granny looked into Lars' eyes and said, because your father, grandfather, and great-grandfather were born in January. You were born in July. So I was like, yeah. Not quite as funny, but it was pretty good. Oh, this one's good. Sick. Sven is leaning against the fence in his yard when who comes along but Ole. Now, Ole is covered with what looks like dung and just looks a mess. Sven is wondering, he's kind of wondering what happened. So he says, hey, Ole, are you covered with dung? Ole just shook his head and said, well, you just wouldn't have believed it. I was in town doing some sightseeing, and then I was heading to the bus stop to come back home. I passed by a hat store. In the window, I see a beautiful green beret. I couldn't help myself and walked right into that store and bought that thing right out of the window. Wouldn't you know it, I spent so much on that beret that I did not have money left to buy a bus ticket. So I had to start walking back home. Sven looked at Ole up and down and said, but how does buying a new green beret get dung all over you? Ole said, well, if you don't get your pants in a bunch, I'll tell you. He went on, well, I walked about a mile or so down the road, I was just passing the Knutson's pasture. Then up comes a big wind and blows my new green beret clean off of my head and way into the pasture. I climbed over that fence as quickly as could be and had to push through a bunch of those cows of his just to see where my beret might have landed. Do you know, I had to try on 27 of those things before I finally found mine. So I think that's a good one to end with. Last story. I'm going to catch back up on my chat here. So, that's good, Dave. Thanks for approving of these spin jokes. Oh, Julie, I would not pull a blonde thing on you at all. That's for sure. Italian and Irish jokes. Yeah, I know. Aw, Alicia, thank you. Garrison Keeler and the Prairie Home Companion did a lot of, yeah. Garrison Keeler is amazing. Aw, thanks, Cecilia. I appreciate that. Eli, you'll have to get your own live to share your own jokes, I think. Either that or you can email them to me or something. Because I don't think that people here will take too much offense. Unless they're not appropriate here. So, all right. So yeah, his green beret. Poor Oli. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, guys, we are almost done here. I'm just checking my list, see I got everything covered up here. Oh, we had an ice storm last Thursday. Didn't get much snow, but or even rain. It was just ice. We just got a lot of ice. So, Doe Acres, thanks so much for coming. Enjoy your dinner. Dave, you're Swedish, Irish, and Polish. You've been brought to plenty of jokes. I know. Thanks, Grandpa's Farm, for coming. You're welcome. Oh, that's good, Julie. Thanks, Christy. I really appreciate it very much. So, Caitlin, what is it that you want prayers for, honey? So you can, unless you want to email me, that's up to you. It's true, Sunny Prep. Oh, it's like, you can blame the hair. It's not, like a personal thing here. It's like, oh man, I'm really screwed up here. It's like, no, I just had a blonde moment. See, I'm getting to the point where now I can say it's just a senior moment. So I can do that. I can blame it on my age. So, anyway, good night, Dave. Thanks so much for coming. I really appreciate it. So, it's still stomachache. You were going to go to the doctor? Did you find out anything? Miss Libby is doing much, much better. Absolutely, she is. So, you guys, Stivers are on next. There's a couple others on. Then Freedom Homestead, Two Family Homestead, some others. Anyway, there's a whole Monday night lineup. So I really appreciate everybody for coming. So those who want to stay for some prayer, I'll just take a minute or two here and 30 folks. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. So we'll just end with a few little prayers here, and so you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, you guys, I appreciate you coming, and thanks, Sean. I really appreciate being here. So no appointment yet. Everything is on hold. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's hard when they're hurting too. So got Connie and Caitlin with stomach, and then everybody else. So all right. Dear Lord, we just bring all of these people to you, Lord. Those that are hurting, those that are ill, those that are sick, not even with the major illness that's going around. Those people especially who need to get the care. that they're being denied right now because of the seriousness of everything else that's going on. And I just place them all in your hands, Lord, that you can relieve their symptoms, that you can help them with what they're going through, that you can find the care that they need and bring them to those doctors, to those nurses that they need. Lord, I just lift up every single one who is infected right now and who's dealing with the seriousness of the illness at this point, and those that are dying. We just pray for their souls. And Lord, I just this world is hurting, and we just we need you so desperately. Not only just as a world, but as each individual. And Lord, those of us who have family members who are going into the hotbeds, Dave's daughter is a nurse. There's a number of others that are in the medical field and in the in first responders. And I think of Holly Ridge Homestead, and she's an ICU nurse, and he's a patrolman. And my older daughter is an ICU nurse, and she is going to New York City for the next couple of months to help out there. And I just pray for protection around all of them, that they will have the energy, that they will have the stamina, the safety, the equipment that they need, Lord. Just provide all of that. I just ask for your grace to just cover us, to just wash over us. We ask for your love and your mercy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Julie, thanks. Oh, thank you, guys. Nobody wants to go. Oh, thank you. I am going to go have a salad and a biscuit and enjoy some more lives tonight here. So you guys, thanks so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I love you all. And you are all a bright spot in my week. And I wish I could do this every night. But anyway, guys, take care. Hope everybody gets, my daughter's name is Jenny. And not sure exactly when she's leaving, probably on her way at this point, I think. So, yeah, I would really appreciate that. So, all right, guys, take care. God bless. Always have hope. Bye-bye.